Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is me from the future. I was really inspired by other videos that I had seen to read a book in a sitting and take you along with me vlog style. So I got all the way to Wichita to film myself reading a book and realized that I did not have a SD card in my camera. So I filmed it on my phone. So you will see that footage in a moment, but I decided to read a very small book in one sitting to make it manageable. And I just wanted to take you along with me on that. So this is me from the future. I have already finished the book, but I just wanted to do a proper intro because I just started out right on the field and got straight into it at the time. So without further ado, let's get into the vlog. I got all the way here and realized that I did not have an SD card in my camera. So welcome to this phone footage video. It has been a crazy and exhausting time in my life, and I have been struggling to remember to do things and to keep up with everything and to keep up with reading for one. So what I would like to do today, despite the chaos of this video starting out, I would like to go and read an entire book in one sitting. And I have a hard time doing this at home right now because when I'm at home, there's a million and one things I could be doing, and none of them involve reading. Most of them involve cleaning or working on stuff in the house, working on projects. I'm not feeling like sitting and reading at home is working for me very well. So I brought a book along today with me, and I'm gonna go sit at the bookstore / coffee shop that opened up recently here in Wichita. And I really like this place, and I want to spend more time there, and I think it's a great place to sit and read. So I brought along a very short book with me to try to make this a little bit more doable. This is Unfit by Ariana Harwicks. It is quite short. It is, let's see, looks like a total of 103 pages. I'm quite a slow reader, so we'll see if I can get through all of this. I believe I should be able to. I have about 2 hours before I have to jet to an appointment, which is why I'm here today. So I thought I would come early and just try to read a bit and see how much I could read in one video. This is a book that I'm reading for Women in Translation Month. It's a Spanish translated book by an author that I really like. She wrote Die My Love, and that got turned into a movie. So I think more people know about this author than they used to, but this is a new book by her that I have not read yet. So since it's Whit Month, this was on my TBR, and I thought that it would be a good time to just sit and read a book and try to just read it in a sitting so that I can check it off my list. I don't normally make these types of videos. I normally do sit down videos in front of my bookshelves, but I thought it would be fun anyway to take you along with me on this reading day, and hopefully the phone footage isn't too bad. Okay, it is a different day. Apologies for that. But when I got home, it was getting dark and I was very tired and I didn't want to film the rest of this video. So here we are. I finished Unfit by Ariana Harwicks. You saw me finish it at the bookstore / coffee shop. And I was pretty impressed and felt pretty good about the reading experience. I typically don't get through books in one sitting. Sometimes I will like slowly get through the first, couple of chapters. And then there will be a day where I read 200 pages or 300 pages or something if I'm literally just like reading all day. But usually I read a little bit more in piecemeal. Obviously, this is a very short book, so it makes sense that I got through it faster. But I feel like it kind of helps me build confidence in my reading speed. I personally feel like I'm a very slow reader, but in reality, maybe it's not actually as bad as I thought. I did read this in about 2 hours. It may have been like a slightly under 2 hours. I have to look at the timestamps, but about 2 hours. And I annotated throughout, and I was also looking at a couple of books. So I feel pretty good about that progress. And it felt really good to sit down and read a whole book and get that checked off of my TBR in one sitting. So in terms of what this book is about, it is about Lisa, and Lisa has lost custody of her 2 young boys. They're just referred to as J and E in the book. She's an Argentine migrant in rural France, and she's in a weird place where the legal system is very slow moving and is not making any progress. And she's kind of stuck between that and her estranged husband and her in-laws, who are kind of scheming behind her back and are just seemingly evil. A lot of the things that we hear that they say and do are just really fucked up and nasty. And Lisa has been like kind of stalking her children. She's like staying outside of their school and trying to listen for them and see them. And one day she decides to kidnap them and try to take them back to Argentina. Just like I remember from her other books, Lisa is quite an unreliable narrator. She is clearly not in her right mind, and we're getting a lot of fragmentation in the way that it's written. We also don't have any delineation of who's speaking. We don't have quotation marks or anything like that. What is being said in the present versus what is a memory. And there's absolutely no fluff. With it being such a short book, we're not doing a lot of further exploration. We're really just focusing on what is happening. I had a little bit of a hard time getting into the writing style again because I haven't read Harwicks in, like 5 years. So it was a little bit difficult to get back into that mode. But once I did, I moved pretty quickly and I felt like I was very enraptured by all of what was happening. And I felt really pulled in by everything that was happening. It definitely plays with the idea of hysteria and how women are not taken seriously, the expectations of a mother to be soft and safe and not put her children in danger and not do anything erratic. It's just engaging in a lot of interesting themes and subjects that I really enjoy. But looking back at my experience reading Die My Love and her other books, I don't know that I love this as much as I remember loving Die My Love. I wonder if I came back to it now, if I would feel differently, because my reading taste has changed a bit, and I don't tend to read things that are this stream of consciousness and like kind of fragmented. I wouldn't say that everything I read now is like straightforward, but this is a very specific style, this like short and weird and kind of, like I said, stream of consciousness. Like there's no chapter marks, there's no delineations of time or who is speaking or anything. And I used to read a lot more books like this, and I think now I'm just in this place where I'm focusing a little bit more on interesting form in books or speculative fiction, things that are not straightforward in a different way. And I do feel like reading it quickly and all in one sitting was a good choice for this book in particular, because there's not really starting and stopping points. It would feel even more fragmented if you read it in chunks. And I think I would have had a worse understanding of what was happening if I had read it in piecemeal instead of reading the whole thing at once, because then you're getting the entire flow of the story, you're getting the whole stream of consciousness thing, and you're just following the thought from the beginning to the end. And I think that that works really well for this type of book. So would I give it 5 stars? Probably not. I'm sitting somewhere between 3 and 4 stars for this. But I do think that it was a great way to kick off Wit Month, because when I'm filming this, it is at the beginning of August. I don't know when this is going up, but this is a great book to kind of kick off the month because it does represent some of the really interesting things that women in translation have to offer us. I enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that I read it. I know this is kind of a shorter video, but I don't have a lot else to say at the moment, so I'm gonna call it here. I know this is a little bit different, but if you enjoyed it, let me know, because I would definitely like to do more of these and maybe expand on it a little bit, make them a little bit longer. So let me know if you're interested in any more of these types of videos. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.